Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel, Canada Immigration. We hope you're doing great. Well, in this video, we'll talk about Ontario releases 2024 PNP allocation, Canada's student direct stream in 2024, British Columbia PNP draws, new Canada study permit allocations, and Canada Global Talent Stream. As Canada continues to attract international talent and students, staying informed about the latest updates and opportunities is essential. Ontario recently announced its allocation for the 2024 Provincial Nominee Program, PNP, signaling opportunities for skilled workers and graduates. Additionally, 3 provinces have conducted draws to nominate candidates, highlighting their commitment to welcoming newcomers. In this video, we delve into the latest developments in Canada's immigration and education landscape, focusing on the student direct stream, British Columbia's Provincial Nominee Program draws, study permit allocations, and the Global Talent Stream for fast-tracking work permits. So, to get all the information, pay attention and watch the video through to the end. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for upcoming episodes. So, without any further delay, let's jump into the video. Ontario releases 2024 PNP allocation, 3 provinces nominate candidates in latest draws. Ontario has received an allocation of 21,500 nominations for its Provincial Nominee Program, PNP, in 2024. This number represents an increase of 5,000 nominations over 2023's 16,500. Ontario's allocation increase follows last November's meeting of the Federation of Ministers Responsible for Immigration, FMRI, in which immigration ministers from each Canadian province and territory met with Federal Immigration Minister Mark Miller to speak about how immigration impacts their jurisdiction. Every province and territory, with the exceptions of Quebec and Nunavut, receives an annual allocation of nominations for its PNP from Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, IRCC. Although not all provinces make their allocations public. Increased allocations this year are not unexpected. At the November FMRI meeting, the provinces and territories called for increased control over provincial nomination and higher allocations. If you any query, please contact us on Instagram and Gmail. This has been reflected in the number of permanent residents Canada will welcome through the PNP in 2024. According to the Federal Immigration Levels Plan, 110,000 new permanent residents will immigrate through the PNP, a higher number than the Federal Express Entry Program. At a similar meeting in March 2023, the FMRI endorsed a multi-year levels plan for PNP allocations to enable provinces to better plan local infrastructure that will support the needs of the existing population and newcomers. Ontario has not made any announcements regarding notional allocations for the next 2 years. Provincial immigration results March 29 to April 5. British Columbia. On April 3, British Columbia invited 83 candidates in 4 draws of the British Columbia Provincial Nominee Program. The largest draw was general and invited 30 candidates from 5 categories: skilled workers, EBC option, and international graduates required a minimum score of 130. International graduates, EBC option, needed a minimum score of 125 and entry-level and semi-skilled candidates needed a minimum score of 107. The province also held 3 targeted draws for skilled workers and international graduates, including EBC option, in specific occupations. These included 18 candidates in childcare occupations and 25 candidates in healthcare occupations with a minimum score of 90. The 10 candidates who were invited for construction occupations required a minimum score of 95. If you any query, please contact us on Instagram and Gmail. Alberta. The Alberta Advantage Immigration Program, AAIP, issued 48 invitations to candidates in the dedicated healthcare pathway with Alberta Job Offer. This is an express entry aligned stream, meaning all candidates had a comprehensive ranking system, CRS, score. For this draw, candidates needed a CRS score of 300 or higher to be considered. This was the 8th draw for this category so far this year. Prince Edward Island. On April 4, PAY issued 66 invitations to labor and express entry candidates working in the healthcare, manufacturing, and early childhood education sectors. This was the first draw of the month for the PAY PNP and the 6th draw this year. Studying in Canada, an updated guide to applying for Canada's student direct stream in 2024. The process of applying for a Canadian study permit has undergone changes recently, affecting many candidates that will apply for expedited processing through the Student Direct Stream, SDS, in 2024. These changes were introduced by Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, IRCC, to strengthen the integrity of Canada's international student program. Here is a step-by-step guide for how to apply for a study permit in Canada through the SDS program. 1. Determine your eligibility for the SDS. International students who are legal residents of the following countries may have the opportunity to fast-track their study permit application through Canada's Student Direct Stream, SDS. If you any query, please contact us on Instagram and Gmail. Antigua and Barbuda, Brazil, China, Colombia, Costa Rica, India, Morocco, Pakistan, Peru, Philippines, Senegal, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Trinidad and Tobago, Vietnam. SDS permit applicants from the listed countries may get their permit approved by IRCC in 20 calendar days. In contrast, those who are not eligible for the SDS have an expected processing time of 10 weeks for applications submitted from outside Canada. IRCC defines these timelines. Benefit from TD International Student JIC Program. 2. Get a letter of acceptance. An important step is to apply to your preferred Canadian Designated Learning Institution, DLI, and wait to see if you are given a letter of acceptance, LOA. DLIs are the only schools in Canada that are permitted to admit international students. IRCC provides a list of DLIs on their official website. 3. Gather your documents. As part of your SDS application, you must provide IRCC with supporting documents, including A copy of a letter of acceptance from a Canadian Designated Learning Institution, DLI. If you any query, please contact us on Instagram and Gmail. B. If applicable, a confirmation of your upfront medical exam. C. If applicable, get a police certificate before you apply. D. Proof that you have covered your travel costs. E. Proof that your tuition fees for the first year of study are paid. F. Proof of your language test results completed within 2 years of the SDS application being received. G. Proof that you have obtained a Guaranteed Investment Certificate, GIC, of 20,635 Canadian dollars. H. If applicable, a copy of a Provincial Attestation Letter, PAL. Have your most recent secondary or post-secondary school transcripts. If studying in Quebec, have an attestation of issuance of your Quebec Acceptance Certificate, CAQ, from the Ministère de l'Immigration, de la Francisation et de l'Intégration. IRCC hosts a complete list of documents on their official website. 4. Getting a Provincial Attestation Letter. Provincial Attestation Letters, PALs, are a new document IRCC requires to ensure that designated learning institutions, DLIs, do not accept more international students than they can support. The requirement was introduced on January 22, 2024, and provinces were given until March 31, 2024 to implement a system for issuing the PALs. Note: applicants to master's programs, PhD programs, primary school, or secondary school will not need a PAL as a part of their SDS application. How you obtain a PAL may differ depending on where your DLI is located. Each Canadian province will create its own system. 5. Open a JIC and obtain proof. A JIC is a Canadian investment product that has a guaranteed rate of return for the term of your investment, and as part of your SDS study permit application, you must provide proof that you bought an international student JIC of $20,635. This amount will be held in your account until you arrive in Canada and will then be released to you via an initial lump sum payment upon arrival, followed by regular installments of the remaining balance over the next 10 to 12 months. 6. Submit your application. Once you have been accepted to a Canadian DLI and gathered your documents, you are ready to submit your application to IRCC. If your application is approved, you will be issued a Letter of Introduction, also known as a Port of Entry, POE, Letter of Introduction, and a temporary resident visa or an electronic travel authorization to enter Canada, if required. If you any query, please contact us on Instagram and Gmail. When you meet the Canadian Immigration Officer in Canada, this letter will confirm that you have been approved for a study permit. Once your study permit is issued, it's time to start your journey as an international student in Canada and enjoy all the new experiences that Canada has to offer. Latest British Columbia PNP Draw 2024, British Columbia PNP Draws. The latest British Columbia PNP Draw on April 3 sent out only 83 invitations to apply, ETAs, for permanent residency in general and targeted rounds of invitations. In a general BC PNP draw, 30 invites have been sent out under the Express Entry and BC PNP Skills Immigration streams, as well as the entry-level and semi-skilled streams. The cutoff score increased significantly, 5 to 9 points, among all the streams as compared to the previous British Columbia PNP General Draw on March 19, except for the International Graduate Stream. Furthermore, 18 invites have been sent to profiles that have experience as early childhood educators, assistants or instructors, not 42,202. Moreover, only 10 applicants with experience in 25 construction-related occupations were invited for British Columbia's new category-based draw, introduced in late 2023. If you any query, please contact us on Instagram and Gmail. Additionally, 25 profiles created with experience in 39 healthcare-related occupations received invitations to apply for permanent residency. The cutoff score increases by 10 points among all the targeted draws as compared to the previous British Columbia PNP targeted draw on March 19th. Latest British Columbia PNP draw, April 3rd. BC PNP draw, March 26th. BC draw, March 19th. BC PNP draw, March 12th. BC PNP draw, March 5th. BC PNP draw, February 27th. BC PNP draw, February 21st. BC PNP draw, February 13th. BC PNP draw, February 6th. BC PNP draw, January 30th. January 23rd British Columbia draw. January 16th British Columbia draw. BC PNP draw, January 10th. New Canada Study Permit Allocations and Approvals 2024. The Immigration Minister of Canada, Mark Miller, released an official statement outlining that they are targeting to approve a total of 235,600 new study permits in 2024. Furthermore, 392,667 is the cap set for new study permit applications, excluding primary and secondary school students and master's or doctoral degree students, and based on a 60% approval rate. The minister also released a detailed province-wise provincial attestation letter and study permit approval allocation for 2024, listed in the later part of this article. Overall, Canada is targeting a total of 485,000 approved study permits for 2024. This includes around 97,000 study permit extensions from within Canada. In total, the Immigration Department anticipates 606,000 study permit, including extensions and other variants, applications to be received in 2024. So capping is set at an overall total of 606,000 study permit applications for all the study permit application types, including primary and secondary school students and master's or doctoral degree students. Out of this, excluding primary and secondary school students and master's or doctoral degree students, nearly 392,667 are set out for new study permit applications. At the time of the new cap announced by Mark Miller in January, the official IRCC news release clearly stated that those pursuing master's and doctoral degrees and elementary and secondary education are not included in the cap. However, it seems that IRCC has now set the cap on all the study permit application types. Province-wise Study Permit Allocations 2024. Below are the study permit allocations and expected approvals for study permit applications, excluding primary and secondary school students and master's or doctoral degree students. As per the minister's statement, the national cap on international students is based on net zero growth, meaning it is equal to the number of study permits that expire this year. This indicates that the number of international students entering Canada in 2024 should be equal to the number of students whose permits expire this year. The aim for 2024 is to obtain 485,000 authorized study permits. IRCC allocated the modified number of study permit applications, 393,000, depending on the population share of each province and territory. According to this scenario, some provinces and territories would have more students in 2024 than in 2023, while others would have fewer new students. IRCC altered the allocation for provinces that would get more international students in 2024 than in 2023 based on population share, limiting growth to 10% over 2023 levels. For provinces that would receive fewer international students in 2024 than in 2023, the IRCC altered their allocation to mitigate the negative impact in the first year while also supporting broader regional immigration goals. IRCC also increased allocations for provinces with approval rates lower than 60%. The top-ups will assist provinces with lower approval rates in meeting their targeted number of authorized study permits by 2024. As a result, about 552,000 study permit applications have been assigned to provinces and territories within the national limit. These allocations are estimated to result in about 292,000 accepted study permits, a 28% reduction from 2023 for the groups covered by the cap. How many study permit allocations are set for Ontario in 2024? Ontario has been allocated a total of 235,000 study permit applications in 2024, with an estimated approval rate of 141,000 study permits based on a 60% approval rate. This excludes primary and secondary school students and master's or doctoral degree study permits. What is the IRCC processing time for study permits? Average of 11 weeks for study permit applications from outside Canada, 10 weeks from inside Canada, and 77 days for study permit extensions based on the most recent IRCC processing update. Canada Global Talent Stream 2024. Canada's Global Talent Stream, GTS, is a fast-track program created to attract highly talented workers in order to satisfy the demands of the Canadian labour market. Employment and Social Development Canada, ESDC, oversees the Global Talent Stream under the Temporary Foreign Worker Program, TFWP. Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada, IRCC, is responsible for approving the work permit applications. The goal of the GTS, which was introduced in June 2017 as a 2-year pilot program, is to make it easier for qualified foreign workers to enter certain occupations where there is a clear talent gap in Canada. This program offers faster processing for the Labour Market Impact Assessment, LMIA, and eventually the work permit. In this video, we explore the requirements for eligibility, the application procedure, and the processing time frames related to the Global Talent Stream. If you have any query, please contact us on Instagram and Gmail. Global Talent Stream eligibility. In order to qualify for the Global Talent Stream, overseas workers and businesses need to fulfill several requirements. Employer qualifications. Employer compliance. Under the Immigration and Refugee Protection Act, IRPA, employers must not have had any significant infractions or convictions and must have a history of adhering to Canadian labour rules. Labour Market Benefits Plan. Employers are required to create a labour market benefits plan that details their commitment to initiatives that help improve the labour market in Canada. The employer's commitment to providing skills and training to Canadians and permanent residents should be outlined in this plan. Eligibility for a job offer. Job offer classification. The job position must fit into one of the following 2 categories. Category A, to be eligible for the GTS's Category A, one of the GTS's approved partners must recommend your Canadian employer. Category B, employers who wish to be eligible for GTS Category B must actively seek out highly skilled foreign workers to fill positions that are in high demand on the Global Talent Occupations list. Remuneration threshold. The foreign workers offered remuneration must equal or surpass the going rate for the job in the area in which it will be done. Eligibility for foreign workers, requirements and experience. Foreign employees must meet the requirements in terms of education, training, and work experience for the position being offered. Language proficiency, English or French proficiency may be necessary, depending on the nature of the job position. Application process. Getting a Labour Market Impact Assessment, LMIA, and applying for a work permit are 2 of the processes in the Global Talent Stream application process. First step, employer readiness. Employers should confirm they meet all qualifying requirements and have a clear idea of the post they want to fill before submitting an application for the GTS. If you have any query, please contact us on Instagram and Gmail. Step 2, application for LMIA. Employers are required to apply for an LMIA with the SDC. They have to give thorough details about the job, including its responsibilities, qualifications, and recruitment activities targeting Canadians, as part of this procedure. Step 3, plan for labour market benefits. Employers are required to submit a labour market benefits plan detailing their initiatives to support the Canadian labour market with their LMIA application. Step 4, evaluation of LMIA. To ascertain if the firm satisfies the standards of the Global Talent Stream, ESDC will evaluate the LMIA application and the supporting labour market benefits plan. Step 5, applying for a work permit. The foreign employee may apply for a work permit after the employer gets a positive LMIA. The worker may additionally need to apply for an electronic travel authorization, ETA, or a temporary resident visa, DRV, depending on their country of residency. Step 6, issuing a work permit. The foreign worker will obtain their work permit upon the approval of their work permit application from ircc, enabling them to enter Canada and start working. Global Talent Stream Canada processing time. The volume of applications submitted and the intricacy of the case are two factors that can affect how long it takes to process an application under the Global Talent Stream. If you any query, please contact us on Instagram and Gmail. To accommodate the demands of both companies and international employees, the Canadian government has nevertheless taken steps to speed up the processing of GTS applications. As of this writing, the Global Talent Stream's LMI application processing timeframes are often quicker than those of the TFWP's other streams. LMIA under the GTS has an average processing time of 7 business days as of March 2024. In comparison to other LMIA-based work permit streams, GTS candidates typically have faster work permit processing timeframes after the LMIA is granted and the application is filed. A work permit will often be issued to qualified foreign workers in a few weeks, enabling them to begin employment in Canada right away. Full list of occupations eligible under Global Talent Stream Category B. With the release of Ontario's 2024 PNP allocation and ongoing draws by various provinces, Canada remains a prime destination for skilled workers, students, and professionals seeking new opportunities. The Student Direct Stream offers a streamlined pathway for international students to study in Canada, while British Columbia's PNP draws demonstrate the province's dedication to attracting skilled talent. Moreover, the allocation and approvals for study permits signify Canada's commitment to fostering a diverse and inclusive learning environment. Lastly, the Global Talent Stream serves as a fast-track route for individuals with specialized skills to obtain work permits, contributing to Canada's vibrant workforce and innovation ecosystem. Stay tuned for more updates on Canada's immigration and education policies. That is all for today. In this video, what are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later, in the next episode. Till then, take care.